Hello. こんばんは。Okay. Hopefully this works. I'm like, あれ Things are a bit weird. なんでこうなってんの ?OK. OK. ということで、皆様、ごきげんよう、Mizukiのなら配信へようこそいらっしゃいました。Welcome to Mizuki's stream. Yay! Yay! Why am I so big? なんで私こんな大きいの ?That's better, right? この方がいい ?Okay, there we go. Okay, ということで、Mr. Z, or should I... Is your name Dr. Pie? Was it? Well, anyways, welcome. I'm Sakura さん、こんばんは。セラさん、こんばんは。ハッキーさん、ごきげんよう。Tempted Troll さん、Hi. Danish さん。Hello, is this your first time? Or maybe I have forgotten. If it is, welcome. デルフィナさんもごきげんよう。Ludwig さん、ごきげんよう。Thank you so much for being here. So, for those of you who don't know what this is about, this is a follow-up stream for my Japanese teaching challenge or Japanese learning challenge. こちらの配信なんやねんって方のために日本語でも説明しておきますと、私が、主催している日本語学習チャレンジ、言語学習チャレンジのフォローアップ配信でございます。8ヶ月間にわたって、新しい単語を、自分の母国語ではない言語で学ぼうっていうね、配信でございます。もちろんね、日本語学習者の方向けではあるんですけれども、そうじゃない方も、日本人の方で英語を勉強したい、他の言語を勉強したいっていう方も、全然ね、参加していただければと思いますので、どうぞ。Okay, so for those of you who don't know what this is about, this is a follow-up stream of my Japanese learning challenge that I am hosting. Japanese learning challenge is this.It's called Study with Mizuki. The first one was actually held last year, but the idea is for me to encourage you to learn 1,000 new words in a language that you are trying to learn. In this case, for many of you, it must be Japanese. This year, the challenge is in the course of 8 months. We started on April 2nd, and we're going to end, as you can see, December 8th. It's totally fine for you to join now. We are only 2 months in, which means you still have a lot more chances of catching up. If you learn four words every day for 8 months, it becomes 1,000 words in 8 months. So if you maybe can learn like 5 words a day, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to catch up. So that's what it is. ということでね、こちらちょっと置いとこうかな。I should probably like keep this image on somewhere. そう、かわいいでしょ My thumbnail's kind of cute, isn't it? Okay, I should keep this on here, maybe. はい。ということで、Hello! Yep, it's my first time here. Although I've been following your 1,000 words Japanese challenge for a while now. Oh, wow, nice! Thank you so much. That's my Twitter and Twitch name. Whichever you prefer works. Okay. ということで、so the first thing we're gonna do. Also for those of you who wants to join the challenge, just FYI, there are some prizes at the end of the challenge if you actually complete it. One of the prizes is that you'll be able to get a one-on-one stream lesson by me on stream if you don't mind your voice being on stream. Doesn't matter if you're a content creator, a VTuber, you can be simply a fan and you will still be able to join my stream as long as you don't do anything weird and crazy. はい、ということでね、最初ポストからいきますが、OK, let's do this. I need to do window capture. ちょっと待って、window capture した。Okay, let's see if this is going to work.There we go. 見えますか Hope you can see this. Okay, so, I know, I always say that we're gonna not take too much time, and then we end up taking a lot of time, so we'll see. 結構ね、いつもね、ものすごい時間取っちゃうんでね。もうすっごい時間取っちゃうから気をつけていこうと思います。I'm gonna try my best not to take too much time. Okay, but we're gonna start by reviewing or like looking at your posts, submissions. Thank you so much. ということで、ポストしてくださった方ありがとうございます。I did make sure that I checked my Instagram, and I don't think I saw any new posts on Instagram or any posts on Instagram, so I think it's okay. 一応インスタでも確認したんですけど、何もね、なかったと思うんで。By the way, you can hear my background music, right? ちなみに BGM 聞こえてます？ちゃんと。Maybe it's just me. Maybe I should change this. モニターと出力。これで私も聞こえるのか。OK, OK. OK ってことで、Yeah, I can hear it. OK, good. Just have to make sure. ってことで、ゆきさん見て。ひらがな。I see that your ひらがな is getting so good. ひらがな。Your ひらがな is getting so good. ってことで、見て。I keep on reminding a lot of you that if you are still trying to write things in romaji, I would really encourage you to start writing in hiragana and katakana. Kanji, don't forget about it. Hiragana, katakana, it's going to enhance your speech so much. So good job. Wait, did we go through this last time? Maybe we did. Where are we supposed to start? Maybe around here then. We'll start with Dr. Pie. Let's see. Started late, but I'm working on catching up. Look at you. Go! すごい。雨が降ると桜が散ってしまいます。私の YouTube ショーツからですね。Thank you for joining! It is never too late to join the challenge. ということでね、皆様、ちゃんとね、来てね。イエーイ !It is you! ということで、はい、Glipner さん。Running as usual. I know you're always running. よいしょ。私はあんまりご飯を食べません。なんで？ダイエット中？私は肉を食べるのが好きです。私は魚が嫌いです。本当に？ Are you sure? 私は野菜を食べまです。close! Not quite! 私は野菜を食べます。Aside from that, they are all perfect. Great job. Okay, also for those of you who asked Twitter, make sure that you are on Twitter while you're on stream so that you'll be able to congratulate everybody on their progress as I repost them. Okay? Retweet, like, you can even comment on everybody. Doing 20 words a day. Dr. Pai-san, I'm all caught up now. I see that. I mean, 20 words a day, that's crazy. すごいですね。お金がかかるけど投資だから大丈夫。これ私の VTuber 活動においていつも言うことですね。This is what I always tell myself about my VTubing activities. It costs money, but it's okay, it's an investment. I wonder how much I spend on investing. どれだけ投資に回したのか、ちょっとあんまり考えたくないんですけどね。はい。Totally didn't forget. Verb learning. I realized that I need verbs to make a sentence. That is a really important thing. Good job for realizing it, Yuki-san. So, most of the time, not always, but verbs are pretty necessary to make sentences. For the realization. Great job for the realization. Yes. We do need verbs to form sentences. Not always, but most of the time. So knowing more verbs means that you will probably have more freedom in trying to make sentences. Great job! Oh, you use Anki too. Do you know what Anki means? Anki isn't a name for an app or a website. I don't really know what it is. Is it an app or is it a website? Well, either way, it's not a name of an app or a website originally. Anki simply means memorization in Japanese. Hi. Memorization or something? Yes, memorization. Memorization, but like really learning it by heart probably is more of the correct nuance. Anki. そうなんかね、暗記っていう有名なサイトかアプリがあるみたいでですね。私は時々サラダを食べます。毎日食べて。毎日食べなさい。私は果物が大好きです。私はよく卵を食べます。私のメインの炭水化物、タンパク質ソースはね、卵。My main source of protein is eggs. Because I'm not the biggest fan of meat, like the taste. I'm not vegetarian or vegan, just FYI, but this writing is prettier than mine. I have to agree on that. A lot of you have better handwriting than I ever will. There is one thing about handwriting though. I'm pretty sure Gleipner's son isn't here. Maybe he or she, they are still... You know what, I don't really know any of your gender, so sorry if I misgender you. Just know that it's not intentional. But about you, Gleipner's son, Ki and Sa, I would recommend to go check how it's actually written. So I don't know if you can tell, but this like little line is supposed to be a little bit more smaller because this isn't a necessary line. This is just an extension that is made from when Japanese was still written with brushes, like brush strokes. And so it's not, you know, always the case that you want to work on your handwriting, right? But I would say it might be a good idea to revisit how you would write ki and sa. I'm just gonna write it. Love your handwriting. Just one advice. Wink. Why do they not have emojis here? なんで私の絵文字ないんだろう。まあいいや。It's such an awkward face. I would recommend... Oh my gosh, I can't spell to save my life. Revisiting how ki and and stop. Oh my gosh, I hate this keyboard. Is written. The little line in the middle should be a lot shorter. I am bad at explaining. Okay, there we go. This keyboard is a US keyboard. I am so not used to US keyboards. このキーボードね、US 配列なんですよ。英語配列。ほんと苦手で、もうね。Lean-san, I feel like I hear more often as amari rather than as ammari. I think ammari is more of a colloquial language, while amari is more like a written term かな。あんまりの方が口語ですわよね。あんまりは文語に近いかな。顔文字 are better anyway. Yeah, it's so much better. Is it though? It makes me feel old. Like it's like old people internet, isn't it? ね。顔文字でもどっちの方がいいんだか。I started commenting on all the shorts. Yes, I see it. I'm almost catching up to replying to all the comments. Sorry, I've been really behind on that too. But I truly appreciate all the comments. I really don't like talking about numbers. But if I wanted to keep on doing this for a long time, I guess numbers are important. So I'm just gonna put it out there. But all the comments, they affect the algorithm and the analytics of YouTube really dramatically. So yeah, the more comments that any of my videos have, YouTube thinks that it's a good video. I know the quality of my videos aren't the best, but the more comments, YouTube just automatically believes that the quality is good. So just putting it out there. I really appreciate all the comments. Even if it's just an emoji, I mean it. And if you really wanted to help me out, I really would appreciate getting as many comments as I possibly can on all my past VODs and videos. So really, thank you so much for all the comments. So I've been working on commenting on all your videos. I've tried to do one for each short since you asked in the beginning. Thank you. It really helps. It really does. I know it makes it a little bit slower for me to respond, but it really does help. So あんまり数字のこと話したくないんですけど、実際ね、YouTube 君的にコメントが多い動画ほどなんか反応がやっぱ多い動画ほど優遇してくれるらしいんですわよね。なので、いや過去の動画だしなとかそういうの関係なく、もう本当に絵文字ポンとかだけでもコメントいただけるの本当にありがたくて、それこそ2、3年もやってないけど、2年前、1年前、2年前、まあ2年近く前1年半くらい前かなの過去の配信にコメントしていただいたりとか本当にありがたくて、もうなんでもう何も考えずに迷惑じゃないかなとかないんで、本当にいくらでもお願いします。つくちゃく、そうこれね、音読み訓読みね、めんどくさいんですけどね、大事。音読み訓読み is hard. I still get confused, so good job. Even I still get confused on it's an N and confused on音読み. So I commend you for even trying. Great job! 本当にすごい、本当にすごい。いやね、漢字は本当めんどくさいですからね。So, starting to get into a rhythm. Yes, just so you know, long term is better than short term doing going crazy short term. Just try not to get too tired. Cause I know it's a thing. I do it all the time too. When you're in the zone, you work hard and too hard to the point that you get really tired. So, yeah, four words a day is great. 20 words a day. I know that you have catched up, Dr. Pie, but just try to take some rests too. そう皆様ね、あんまり短期間でグオーってアドレナリン出たら落ち着くのも早いですからね。それだけ気をつけてね。So, reason why it takes a long time to finish this is because I want to make sentences to reinforce and learn how to make sentences. Yes! So proud of you, Yuki-san. I can't emphasize. You're going to see how bad my spelling skills are here. But I still graduated university, so. How proud of you. How proud I am of you. It takes a long time, but I know that they are the reason why you are growing so much. すごい。いや、ほんとね、やっぱり、 もし単語を覚えるにあたって何が一番大事って絶対実際に使ってみることだと私は本当に思ってて、なんでしつこいほど文章を作ってって言うんですけど、本当に大事だから。本当に大事。A crumb a day and you'll reach a whole pile one day. Yes! Some of it is review for me, and I was doing 20 kanji kinda a day before. Whoa! So I just lowered my kanji to 5 and it felt fine to me. Okay, good. That's good. カッパの好きな食べ物はキュウリ。あ、そうですね。Oh.First time typing with a Japanese keyboard. Great job! I don't know why the spacing is weird, and I copy pasted kanji for kappa. Ah! This is so awesome! But just a reminder that Japanese sentences actually don't have spelling. Did you know that, everybody? Spaces in between.This is why kanji is so important. Because we don't have any spacing, it's so much easier for us to distinguish where the word ends within sentences by looking at the kanji. Yep. But either way, great job. Just FYI.The way to type smaller, why did I spell like type smaller letters is by adding L in front. For example, Okay, there's obviously many other ways of typing a smaller letter in Japanese, but for those of you who don't know how to type in the Japanese keyboard, like kyuri, the U here is supposed to be a smaller letter, right? The easiest way to remember is that if you add a L in front of these letters, it automatically makes it smaller for you. Obviously, cutie is KYURI, but you know that's a lot to remember, so just keep this in mind. Hi. Even Japanese people forget simple kanji. Look them up in a dictionary. Polite is smooth, smooth is fast. Yes, true. That is so true. There probably sometimes is in conversation. Spaces don't sound like anything, not even like tsu. Yeah. Well, there is a space when it comes to a small tsu, but it's a lot harder to distinguish like the spacings in between, if that makes sense. I'm guilty of adding spaces. Oh, you're guilty. Don't add spaces? I know, yes. Oh, by the way, welcome. XD2-san. So, cutie, ne? Don't add spaces. In Japanese, we do not have spaces in between words. The reason why you sometimes see spaces is because that is how some people write, like to teach. But in reality, nobody really uses spaces in between. So, I was using X instead of L before, and L is much easier to press. X is good too, but yeah, I agree. I don't really use X for the same reason. L is so much easier. Oh, Dr. Pie. So, I should practice typing some sentences. Yes. By the way, after this, we'll go into the sentence review stage. So if you have any sentences you would like me to review, that is when you can whip it up. That is when you can comment. So just keep it in mind and have that prepared, okay? Sashimi, tempura, sashimi, tempura. Had a trip yesterday, so couldn't do much. Sorry, but well, here's this for today. The fact that you did some stuff on your trip, you still studied on your trip, is insane. すごすぎます。すごすぎます。ね、日本料理。和食、私も和食が好きです。なんか年取るごとに年取るって言いたくないけど、でも年取るとね、和食の良さが身に染みて分かってきますわよね。私最近初めてひじきが美味しいって感じて、これが大人って思いましたわ。あとね、私子供の時とかシソが嫌いとかね、ナス嫌いだったし、なのに今シソもナスも好き。高校生あたりから好きになった。これが大人。そう、ネットフリね。Is anybody watching Bridgerton? I really hope you all are. ね、ブリジットン家っていうのを日本語だと見てる皆様、もうマジで見て。The bane of my existence. ナス今でも嫌い。ほんと多分ね、3年ぐらいしたら美味しくなるかもしれない。私がそうだったから。You know what? I'm actually might do a watch party, like a watch along stream when the second part of season 3 of Bridgerton comes up. It's just gonna be a little bit awkward because there's way too many rated R scenes, but it's still so good. So good. いや、そう、ブリジットン家ね、ちょっと今シーズン3のパート1が出てるんですけど、パート2出たらもう私無理かも。同時視聴するかも。いいから、本当にいいから、もう最高すぎて。もうね、だったらちょっと性的なシーンが多いっちゃ多いんですけど、でもね、本当にね、もうなんかすごい良い。もう最高。そう。You keep on bringing it up. Should I watch it? Yes, you shall. You should. You should. Just watch the first episode and see if you like it. And if you like it, it's like really romantic. It's like very, very, very cheesy, but it's so good. Like sometimes you just need some cheesy stuff in your life. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's enough for Bridgerton. 五段活用までね、上がらない、上がります、上がる、上がれる、上がる。上がろう、上がろう、上がろう。上がろうかな。でも、ね。I like cheese, good. 上がる、うん。上がらない、上がります、上がる、上がれる、上がる。うん、上がろうかな。ちょっと書いとこう。Great job on the conjugations. The last one is actually paralo. Why is it all caps? Although it is hard. Okay. ということでね、上がろうね。I started telling some sentences for more practice. You should, yes. That's really important. So, Day 50. Oh yes, did you know that we have already finished day 50? そう、実はね、5分の1終わってんの、このチャレンジ。I don't know, for those of you who are following, just FYI that we have finished 1/5 of our challenge. Crazy. 腹痛ありません。よかった。お腹痛くないのね。そう。Okay, I've been trying to use previous words in my sentences to reinforce them more too. Yes! That is really like, you know, you have to keep on going back and remembering the things that you went through. Yes. Although I kind of flubbed up the verb start agreements, it's not a lot, but I'm gonna focus more on these. Yes! And my hiragana is getting better too. I can see that! I can see how good your Your hard work is being... Oh, what's the term? Fruits of your labors. Well, I am starting. Oh, hey. Paying off. Yes, they're paying off. They're paying off. And then I just decided to use a different term, but I should do the same with making sentences, but I'm afraid that doing so many reinforce bad grammar. That is why when you practice grammar, you can comment on my YouTube videos. That's what I keep on telling you all. You know, this is also the reason why I really wanted to, again, for like, you know, better YouTube algorithm. You might think that you're just going to, like, you know, bombard me with questions and stuff. And yes, it is true. I might not be able to respond to all of them if I start getting more. But like, you commenting and asking me if your grammar is right is going to help me with the algorithm. So just don't worry about it and comment it away, and then I will come back to you and I will correct it if you would like. I would personally appreciate it if you could like comment on the grammar videos and also add a question saying would you look at the grammar, and then it will be easier for me to realize that the comment is meant for me to go through. So, you know, but really, don't worry about it, please. Mizuki has been giving me correction in their shorts, which has been helping me, and I get the practice of writing them. Good, thank you. I know I haven't been able to correct all of them, but it does help when you would like remind me that you want corrections. So yeah, if you could add that on the comments too, I really would appreciate it. So again, absent coder-san, really, don't worry about it and please comment. You can obviously comment on Twitter, but again, for the... Sorry I keep on talking about the numbers and stuff, but for the algorithm, it's better on YouTube. It really helps, so just do it, please. ごめんなさい、私の人生はもう知れません。なんで？疲れててもこんなに頑張ってるから大丈夫です。本当に頑張ってるからね。あ、これ私の By the way, do you like this? I love this. ね、皆様これ見て、いずちさんが書いてくださった私。This is from my YouTube Vtuber friend, いずちさん。いずちさんね。いずちさん 's a dragon Vtuber. She's amazing. いずちさんめっちゃ面白いから。皆さん読んで。この本は僕向きですか？そうかも。主人公ドラマネトフリ。あ、私のショート動画だ。They are from my YouTube shorts. I see that the words are from my YouTube shorts. Thank you. そう。Bi-weekly FUMO. I know, bi-weekly FUMO. かわいい。そう。2週間に1回見える、縫いね。かわいい。I'm all caught up with the shorts finally. I really can't believe that you actually caught up in the course of 2 weeks. That was like 2 months worth of stuff. Simply can't. Ah! You are actually... You proved to everyone that anything is possible. Hope more people join. That's fast. I know, it's so fast, by the way. Hi, circular angle, son. Circular angle, that's like... It's like hard math. はい。今週の歌はバンドメイドのクロス。へえ。 歌の名を殺すの知るかな。あー、そういうこと。面白い。すごっ。密度。ノートの密度よ。文字の密度がすごすぎますわ。すごいな。知識登場。私もね、常日頃からこんなに漢字書くわけじゃないからね。なんか私もなんかちゃんと漢字とか書こうかなって気になってきた。どうしよう、日記とかつけた方がいいんでしょうかね。あ、なんか増えてる。なんか増えてる。そう。よいしょ。Not much progress this month. I've been busy. You've been busy, Haki-san, with watching Bridgerton. Just kidding. But nonetheless, I still do Japanese learning every day, even if it's 10 words a day or 2 pages of my novel. That's like a lot. So, also, you can also count just like watching my streams as a Japanese study time. You're listening to Japanese. You know? よろしく姑。お姑さん、あら探し。お姑さんがあら探してんのかな。重箱の隅をつつくとかね。店長がバカすぎて。あ、待って、これ私読んでみたい本かも。あ、ネイルかわいい、ネイルかわいい、ネイルかわいい、マグネットだ。ちょっと待って、can I comment on that? マグネット、ネイルかわいい。私もハートマグしたいです。全然関係ない。And your focus is on my nails, but like, the color is so pretty too. あ、クレイプナーさんおはようございます。I just wanted you to know that you are doing amazing. The progress that I see, and I know that you're probably really tired from doing all of that, but I hope that you know that you're just like amazing, okay? You're amazing. めっちゃ可愛い。なんかこうウルチュルみたいな、ウルチュルって可愛いですわよね、ネイルね。Oh shoot, you can't see. 待って、見えないの？ Wait, maybe I will. If I do this, no, it doesn't change. I wanted y'all to see Haki-san's nails too. Oh, wait, no, I know. ちょっと待って。これで。Do you see her nails? 見えるネイル。かわいい。It's so cute. Okay. I love your nails. Wait. かわいい。はい。I got a little too sick these past few days. I'm glad that you are feeling better. あ、そう、これね。生の鶏肉は絶対食べないでください。これ私の昨日のショート動画ね。This is from yesterday's shorts. You shall not, absolutely not eat raw chicken. It was a Twitter trend because this random restaurant in, I believe in Tokyo, decided to serve raw chicken. Against the law, everybody. はい、セラさん。はい。ダメ。はい。ダメないのよ。Okay, is that it? ということで、以上かな？ Did we catch up? Oh my gosh, I know I'm not supposed to take so much time, but you all are doing so good. I just feel like I have to. ということで、2週間分のポスト、全部見えました。Again, thank you so much for everybody for joining, and you all did great. いつもね、なんか30分ぐらいで終わらせるって言いながら結構時間かかっちゃうんですけど。でもね、ほんと皆様頑張ってるから、I just really want to remind you that you're really doing great. So, you know, we just have to congratulate everybody for doing what they're doing, right? But yeah, no. XR1 thing, stay clear from effing raw chicken, guys. Really, though. Think of the salmonella taste. Ugh. I don't know what to say. Yep. Good job, everybody. So yeah, 皆様パチパチパチ。パチパチパチですわよ。いや、本当に頑張ってるからね。パチパチ。 Amazing, amazing. But my cookie dough though. Cookie dough, well, I mean, as long as you live in a country where eggs are pasteurized correctly, then it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Chicken meat is just a different story. Okay? ということで Okay, let's go to the next part. では次のパートいきますかね。Q&A and sentence reviews. Honestly, I don't really mean to have two different parts. If you have any questions or if you have any sentences you would like me to review, you can just bring it here and we'll go through them. ということで Q&A のセッション、質問コーナーに入ります。質問があったり、添削してほしい文章がある方はコメントに書いてください。If not, I will play color tile. なかったら私はカラータイルをプレイする。よいしょ。色を選択。OK。これ、あれなんでいつもこれが OK。あ、よし。ひらがな。適当にひらがなとか書いとこう。あれあ、これか。よしよし。Q&A。Any good book recommendations for reading? ひらがな、カタカナ。That is a good question. いい質問ですね。Let me think while I tweet.配信言語に関する質問や文章添削をしてくださいはコメントしてくださいます。よいしょ。ってやったね。あしかさん、はい。Good evening. For katakana, I recommend reading menus like Starbucks menu. Honestly, that is probably really a good idea. Book recommendations. Book recommendations. Am I even spelling recommendations correctly? There's two M's, is it? Is there? M 2つか. Book recommendations. I don't know about books when it comes to hiragana and katakana. The things I can honestly think of are like children's books. For example, guess what? Doraemon. I had to practice before ordering triple espresso latte. キャラメルフラペチーノにチョコチップ追加でね、私はいつもバニラフラペチーノにチョコチップ追加と生クリーム追加でたまにキャラメルソース追加します。通る。I do love reading the menu. Yes, I love getting my food and drinks in Japan too. You know, Starbucks is a different story. I mean, the last time I went to Starbucks was probably like a year ago, but still. It is good practice for katakana, that is true. So book recommendations, children's books, Doraemon, but I would also say jump manga. And let me tell you the reason why. Especially when you're not yet so used to kanji, you want to focus on content that is made for younger children. Jump manga is a pretty good place to start in my personal opinion, because jump manga, believe it or not, are made for young boys, like young kids. And like when I say young kids, I mean kids in elementary school. So as long as you have like a very basic understanding of some kanji, maybe like 20, 30, 50. Depends. It honestly depends. But they would only use really simple kanji. And even if they have kanji, they'll have furigana on the side, so that you'll be able to read it. Again, because, you know, their main audience is kids, and they won't be able to read really complicated kanji, or most of the kanji. So I honestly do think jump manga is a good one. When it comes to books is a hard one, because, like, you know, depending on where you live, getting access to it is really, really difficult. But yeah, I don't know. I would personally really would recommend children's books, because otherwise Japanese literature can be pretty hard. It's definitely not straightforward enough, I would say. I can only speak for books I've read, which tragically means no children's books, because I'm that sort of person. Textbooks though, yeah, textbooks. I don't see the appeal of Starbucks. Well, yeah, especially right now, but I used to like them when I was in, like, you know, high school. Oh, it helps teaching kanji. Yes, simple kanji. I play a game called Rocket League, and there's an announcer that speaks Japanese. My friend thinks he is saying "nice de." Is that a correct way to using de? The de particle? Unless he's saying something else. It depends on what they're trying to say, I would say. But anyways, I don't know. I hope that helps Liden-san. I mean, was it Lidwig-san? Liden-san? It was Lidwig-san, wasn't it? Sorry. It starts with an L. But thank you so much for the question. And I don't know. I hope that helps. I would really personally do recommend Doraemon, because it has a really good combination of like hiragana and katakana. It's like good Japanese. It doesn't use like any, you know, harsh words as much. It's actually really funny. And another great thing about it is that each story ends in a story. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch like or read the entire book to understand what is going on. Start somewhere really simple like that, I would say. I don't know, I really do think Doraemon's a great source. Okay, what else? Who was it that asked the question? 誰でしたっけ? Gleipner-san. It's not a sentence, but does the word stress or stressed exist on a kanji form or only with katakana? That will only be in katakana. Stress. Yeah, stress. ストレスはおってあるのかな? I mean, I can look it up. 気づかれ、気苦労、違いますわよね。気づかれ、気苦労はね、意味が違うからね。心労心痛、これもなんかちょっと違いますわよね。精神的重圧。Yeah, it doesn't exist in Japanese. はい、ストレス。I guess we do have a word called 気づかれ, but I feel like this is a very Japanese word. 気づかれ。気づかれはね、すごい日本っぽい言葉ですわよね。It definitely does explain our culture. Okay, not gonna lie, that's kind of boring. Well, also, you'll realize this if you have any like Japanese friends, or if you can compare and contrast Japanese people to people of other countries. Especially like one thing I have realized being with my master, who is definitely not Japanese, is that those from any English-speaking countries or Western countries, they tend to say things very straightforward, right? But Japanese people tend to really like keep things in us. Like, we just don't express emotions as straightforward. And so, like, for example, my master is really quick to say ouch whenever I give him a massage, even when I know that it's not like hurting him as much. Things that Japanese people would most likely just not, express, he does. And that's the same with like other friends that I have too. And so I feel like that might be the reason why the word stress isn't really used, because stress, like, when you are really stressed, we have a lot of words for it, but like light stress, we just don't even express it. So, coming back to the word kizukare. Kizukare is when you use too much of your like when you use too much of your like heart. 気づかれってどう説明すればいいんでしょうね。気づかれ like mentally tiring, like mentally exhausted. When you use too much, like when you worry about other people way too much, and then you're exhausted because of it. That is the terms that we have. But again, this is a term that is used when you're like exhausted, and so it's not really used lightly. You don't use it for like light stresses. It's like when you're just so tired. Just say that you go to your in-laws family reunion. Like, of course you're going to be so mentally exhausted because you're trying to keep on like, being a good, like trying to be really nice to your mother-in-law, to your like sister-in-law, like whoever it is. So you're going to be mentally exhausted, and so that is kizukare. The closest words I can think of to stress. Okay. 気を使いすぎる。そう、気を使いすぎるじゃないです。使いすぎる。ね。使いすぎる。Oh yeah, that sounds like a mental burnout. Yes, mental burnout. So, also I might be secretly Japanese. I'm a walking tank of bloated up emotions. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people think that Japanese people are so toxic. I'm like, sorry. Just a cultural difference. Okay, anyways, thank you so much for your question. Next, who asked? Is there anybody who asked a question? Key energy, 疲れ tiredness? Yes. Energy tiredness, mental drain. So, 日本人の我慢力高い。そうね。日本人だけど難しい。日本人だけど、そう難しいですわよね。ほんとね。はい。ってことで、まあ気づかれはね、でも、しちゃいますわよね。どうしてもね。But here's the thing, I get like almost annoyed with my master because he doesn't get this. He doesn't like care much about others. Like he does, just not to the extent of a Japanese person. Which is totally okay, which is understandable. But like, you have to think a little bit more about your surroundings, is what I always say. そう、でも気づかれって難しいなって思って、私は気づかれしすぎるたちなんですけど、ご主人様全然気使わないっていうか、気使うんですけど全然私ほどじゃないっていうか、もうちょっとなんか気使ってみたいな、もうちょっと周りを見てって思うんですけど、でも文化の違いなんですよね、純粋なるね。ただ私と結婚したからにはもうちょっと日本人っぽくなってみたいな気持ちになったりして、別に日本人になってほしいわけじゃないんですけどね、難しいですわね。はい、難しい。I'm not trying to make him Japanese or anything. Obviously, that will be toxic. But he married a Japanese, so he better start learning more on how to 気を使う a little bit more. But then something that is so natural for us is something that is not natural for him, and it gets really like annoying. So I get that too. Cultural differences. Anyways, don't ever get into an intercultural relationship. It's worth it, but not. It is worth it, but it's really tiring. Yeah, we Mexicans tend to be the opposite. We make our personal issues everybody else's issues. You know, I think you add a Japanese and a Mexican person and like divide them into two, and then we'll get a perfect balance, maybe. Okay. How would you say allowing someone to? Please allow me to introduce myself. 自己紹介. Allow me to introduce myself. これはさせてですね。自己紹介をさせてください。It's させてする turns into させて。This is これ難しい刺激って言います。This is called 刺激系。刺激 What is 刺激 in English? Messenger? Really? 刺激ね、セルさせるね。はい。This is 刺激系 in Japanese. So this is a verb conjugation, as you can tell. これね、あれです。ね、動詞活用。めんどくさいですわね、全くね、本当に。I usually explain group 1, group 2, group 3, so I'm gonna do the same here. Okay? Group 1, verb. Change the last sound into ending sound letter into and then you add プラスってどこ足す Where's the plus? Okay. And then you add セル group 2 verb minus るplus させるさせるね and then group 3する turns into させる and then 来る turns into 来させる okay. Are you taking notes? This is a lot for me to type, so I hope you're taking notes. はい。これね、タイプするのめんどくさいんですわよ。It's a lot to type. I need to make it smaller. ちっちゃくしないと。Oh, there we go. はい。I said it was probably going to be our first guess. Yes. But it's still sound, okay? So you gotta be careful of that. For example, いく turns into いかせる。第一グループの動詞って他に何があります？読む、読ませる、読ませてください。One thing to keep in mind is that if you use 刺激系 on its own, it sounds like you are forcing others to do something. But by adding てください, the て format, plus ください, please, it makes it let me do this. Instead of sounding like I'm forcing others to do something. Hi. Does that make sense? Hope it does. そう自己紹介をさせてください。自己紹介をする。自己紹介 self-introduction, that's a noun. So in order to make that into a verb, you have to add する。そう自己紹介をする。自己紹介をさせてください。Any additional questions about this? 他に質問ありますか？Or anybody who doesn't really know what's going on and wants to know more about what's going on here? I'll explain. 止めたらね、眠くなっちゃう。はい。For those of you, well, let me actually add this. Where's my list? Oh, there we go. This here. I always talk about verb groups, and if you're not entirely sure what verb groups are, you can watch this. This is a video that I explain what verb groups are. Verb groups in Japanese is extremely important. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, so verb groups are important in Japanese because verb conjugations are everything in Japanese. We have a lot of verb conjugations, over 40 of them, and that is how we usually express ourselves and express sentences in different matters. Depending on different verb groups, the rule of changing or conjugating verbs are different. And so that is why you want to make sure that you know this so that you'll be able to progress in grammar. Okay, so that's about verb groups. Next question or next sentence. はい、次 Anybody? なんかありますか？Ask me questions. How was your day? My day was okay. I slept a lot. Like a lot. Dun, dun, dun. Dun. I had ramen. So that was good. I really wanted to go get ice cream, but I was way too lazy to walk to the convenience, so I didn't. There was something I wanted to ask. Is the particle the only indicator changing I, me, and mine? I guess it is. I never really thought about that. I, me, my. Why is it in all caps? Me, my. I, watashi no, watashi. Me, watashi. My, watashi no, I guess? That's an interesting question. I don't know why I never thought about that, but that is true. I saw that all of them were watashi, but with different particles. So I guess you're right. Yes. So particles. Particles is another interesting concept. Well, it's not a concept, but in Japanese you need particles, as you know. Particles, in Japanese you need everything, every word. あれ? Oh, sorry. I just realized that my earphone's broken already. 待って、私のイヤホン壊れてんですけど。Oh, sorry, I touched my mic. But in Japanese, just keep in mind that between each word you will need a particle. Like, particles are like glues to put words together, like a puzzle, like in a puzzle glues. But yes, watashi is I, but one thing to keep in mind is that watashi isn't necessarily the only I that exists. In Japanese, we have like hundreds of different ways to say I, yay, which is awesome. Watashi is just the most commonly used one. Watashi is simply I. I guess me is the same. Watashi no my, no is a particle that means is a possessive, I believe. That explains what something belongs to. So if I say watashi no ie, house, that will mean house that belongs to me, my house. Watashi no ie. I should probably write that down, huh? So would it be the same for kare and kanojo? Did I get these right? Still have a sleep. Yes, you're exactly right. So it will be kare no or kanojo no. That means his or her. His, her. Because kare is he and kanojo is she, right? So kare no would mean his and kanojo no would mean hers. You're doing exactly correct. You're doing so great. So yeah. But another thing to keep in mind is that kare and kanojo is actually not really commonly used in Japanese. When you say kare or kanojo, it usually means boyfriend or girlfriend instead of he or she. I don't know how to really explain this, but using he or she in Japanese is almost like it's awkward. It's so much more common to call a person by their actual names, or if you don't know their names, by how they look or like what they are doing, if that makes sense. Instead of saying things like, oh, like his clothes, we would actually say, oh, Gleipnir-san's clothes. Or instead of saying, oh, you know, the guy across the street, his, he, instead of that, we would say, oh, the person who is like, you know, who is wearing a red shirt walking across the street. That was a really bad example, but does that make sense? We usually wouldn't use he or she. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about pronouns in Japanese, which is honestly great because nobody really uses those. Yay. But yes, kare no, kanojo no. So I can say Haki-san no commento. Haki-san's comment. Gleipnir-san no icon. Gleipnir-san no icon. Gleipnir-san's icon or profile pic. 己ね、私、己ね。あつしは男の人の名前かな。But yes. Yeah, great question. I see. So it's more descriptive to refer to third person singular, and agree. The least pronouns, I see that better sometimes. Yeah. 足かも。足ね。足はね。足は単語の山の奥からみたいな。ね。でもリアルで使うのは私、僕、俺、わしもでもね、私の田舎では意外とわしっていう方がいらっしゃるんですけど、でもある意味方言ですわよね、わしなんてね。リアルでわしって関東の方とか言わないんじゃない？きっとね、方言って面白いですわよね。Anyways, thank you for asking. I hope that clears a little bit of your questions. わしよく使う？本当？地域的なものはやっぱり私のね、高校の 先生とか使っておられましたわよ、男性の方でもね。そうそうそう。Oops, Atsusu could be a made-up word from a character in One Piece. Oh, it might be. Oh yeah, that's another hard thing, isn't it? People can make up pronouns or like ways to say I, not pronouns, but like I in Japanese. So, 作れますからね。難しいですもんね、全くね。Hard stuff. それこそね、ワッチとかもね、誰も使わない。Have any of you heard of 役割語？こが違う。役割語。This is the reason why I say don't learn Japanese from anime. 役割語 is Google says that it's stereotypical speech. Or a role word. This is what is used in anime, for example. These are words that are not used in real life, but are sometimes terms used back in the days, like in history, or used by very specific people of specific occupations that turned out to be used to distinguish a characteristic of a character in manga and anime. So for example, the one thing that is probably really popular because of a VTuber, Salome-sama, is ojo-sama-go. Like, desu wa, I use that too sometimes, but nobody in real life uses desu wa. That is really, really cringe. Yakuwari go is, again, the stereotypical speech to enforce a characteristic or a character and their personalities. You see a lot of those in manga. Like, very manly speech, like, you know, the ones that you will see being used in manga, like, by main characters of, like, boy manga, like One Piece, Naruto, Jump mangas. If you use those in real life, it'll come off extremely rude. Or if you decide to try to learn words from certain manga, or maybe characters that uses things like desu wa, you'll very much sound like anime characters, because those are not lingo that is used in real life, but a role word, a terminology that is only being used by people in fictional stories to easily characterize their personalities. A bit like how wagahai is used with cats. Wagahai actually isn't for cats. You're referring to Natsume Soseki's I am a cat, right? Wagahai wa neko de aru. But yes, you're right. Wagahai is a yakuwari go, or I, that is used by those who are usually older in age, who are very like prideful. I wouldn't say prideful, but wagahai wa dare kara dare ni tsukawareru no? Wagahai wa ne, yeah, very, it says 存在の気持ちを含めて言う. It is used to enforce pridefulness. Yeah, Morgana from Persona 5. I've never played Persona, but yeah, probably. So basically, yes. It is not a word that is actually used by real people, but to characterize the character as a prideful person, probably who also does have a lot of like knowledge, maybe almost. But yes. So cringe speech. Yes, it is very cringe speech. This is another easiest way to distinguish who is not a native speaker of Japanese or who's a weeb. It's true though. That's how I'm like, sometimes I have to talk to some people from other countries for maid work, and sometimes I meet those who say that they can speak Japanese, and then I'm like, oh, hi, you're using a lot of yakuwari go, so you're probably one of those people that decided to pick up a lot of Japanese by watching anime. You must be a weeb. Just kidding. Not really. Hi. So yeah, I hope that helps. It's okay to learn Japanese from anime, just don't pick everything up from anime. Yeah, a lot of VTubers do the same, to be fair, because it's the easiest way to kind of like enforce one's personalities onto words. If I hear a person use washi instead of watashi, washi is usually used by older men like grandpas, who might be like, like crazy scientists or scientists. For example, Agasa Hakase from Conan uses washi. So that's the image that the term washi has, even though it simply means I. Wachi is used by characters like Horo from Spice and Wolf, or by what is originally a term or I that was used in Hanamatsu, or not Hanamatsu, Yukaku, which is a red light district from the olden days. It was a language that was used by prostitutes who were sadly sold usually by their families to make money from countrysides, and because their responsibility almost, or their job, was to sell dreams. That was the term that they would use. And so they had to make sure that they could get rid of all the countryside-ness from their lingo, so they would be forced to get rid of their dialects and start using a very privately, or like a very specific area spoken dialect, which was the language that they would speak, or the dialect that they would pick up and use. Wachi was an I that was used by them, and so a lot of times in anime you will hear female characters use those terminology, and it usually means that they're maybe from the red light district, or characters who are extremely old, and so it is used to describe that it's a woman that might have been living for over centuries. I don't know if that makes sense. So yes. Aru. Yeah, Aru is Chinese characters. Imagine learning English from Bridgerton and speaking like them in real life. Oh, but your lordship. But Bridgerton is such a good show. What's wrong with speaking like them? It's so classy. The Apothecary Diaries comes to mind in regards to this brief history window. I don't think the Apothecary Diaries actually uses any of these terminologies, though. It'll be fun. It can be. Wachi っていうの銀玉のあの子くらいじゃない？キャラ。花魁言葉、乙女帝国。そう、狼と香辛料のホロとか、そう、ホロはでもホロ語ですもんね。So I'm referring to the setting. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. ホロね、可愛いですよね。ホロ so pretty. She's so cute. Well then, anime watchers can say, but speaking like that is kakkoi. Oh, I know, there's so many people who actually says that, and then I'm like, okay. I don't know if I want to do business with you, but okay. I'm just kidding. Well, not really. Couldn't exist in English as the transatlantic accent. You'll hear it in older movies. But it's so classy. It's so pretty. I would personally prefer that than like, you know, modern day Californian Hollywood slangs. I probably still use yakuarigo. I used ware before. I decided that jibun might be what? Yeah, ware. You probably do not ever want to use ware in real life. Jibun can be used, like jibun is used in real life, so don't worry, jibun can be used, yes. Ware wa tsukawanai hou ga ii kana. Ware wa chotto yabai kana. Ware might be like really extreme. こっちのところは読んできろ。そう。私のところを読んできてに変化するのが役割語なんですね。そうそうそうそう。まあ、花言葉はね、結構特殊な役割語なんですけどね、そこまで普通は変化しないから。まあ、でも、例えば、アガサ博士は、私の家に車があるんですけど、多分、わしの家に車があるんじゃけどって言うでしょ？あれはもうがっつり役割語ですわよね。You can use ware wo in Chinese. Yes, then use it in Chinese. Can you guys see my messages? Messages? You mean like your comments? Yeah? Just so you know, if you use too much emojis, YouTube apparently gets rid of you, like your comments. Anyways, that was a little speech on yakuarigo. I've been tapping this whole time and none of them were going through. Really? That's so weird because I also don't see them. Like usually I can check them, and because YouTube sometimes decides that some comments are like, you know, not okay and they hide them, or like they see if I can, like, you know, if I'm okay with putting them on chat, and I don't see any of them. So I haven't seen anything since the Rocket League comment. Yeah, me neither. This is the first time that you popped up in a while. No. I actually didn't see some comments, but since I mentioned them. Wait, really? That is so weird. You know, YouTube has been really weird lately. Like, really weird lately. Okay, well, still, thank you so much for your question. Very much for your question. まあでもね、質問ありがとうございます。役割語。Just be careful of 役割語。Anime characters, manga characters, even when you think that they might not be, a lot of them do use 役割語。Like the ones that probably doesn't use them are like extremely unrealistic anime that has no sense of fantasy in it. And yet they still will sound really fake if you talk exactly like them in real life. So yeah, really weird. I asked like 10 questions. Wait, really? Can you try to ask them again? Sorry. YouTube is becoming a safer place by becoming more oppressing. That is true. That is true. Well, to be fair, I am grateful about the safety, so I don't know what to say. But if you could try to ask another question, like a question again, I'll see if I will be able to see it. I really haven't seen any of your comments. Oh wait, nice day. Oh yeah, I think I believe that I asked what like they meant in the nice day comment, but since then I haven't seen anything. Sorry. As So I'm on my phone. It seems it's not working on desktop. Oh, that is so weird. See, I can see your comments now. そう、YouTube くんね、たまにね、私の知らない間にコメント始めてたりするんですよね。マジで大変。よくわかんない。I type slower on my phone, but I'll try. Okay. I'll be waiting. Don't worry. I won't end yet. What is the best way to greet you? Ah, that's a good question. 挨拶ごきげんよう。You can greet me ごきげんよう or こんにちは、こんばんは. Anything works really. I don't have any specific ones like other VTubers does. 他の VTuber の方みたいになんかこういう挨拶あった方がいいんですかね。おはみずき的なね。いや知らんけど。ごきげんよう。そう。Your Highness, Your Majesty, Your Royal Maidness. Your Royal Maidness. ごきげんよう is also a 役割語 for those of you who didn't know. Please do not ever use this in real life, okay? Oh, I mean your name. Oh, my name. Sorry. Mizuki sensei, Meido Mizuki sensei. Many people call me Mizuki-san or Mizuki sensei. Mizuki が違うんですわよ。Mizuki-san or Mizuki sensei. Yeah, you can call me Mizuki sensei or Mizuki-san. Whatever feels better. I can never really be Your Majesty because I'm a maid after all. ね。そう。Your Majesty ってよく考えると不思議な英語ですよね。確かにね。どこから始まったんですかね。本日はまだわかるけど。Majesty。威厳。私の堂々たる尊厳賜れる女王様的な意味なのかな。I like your royal maidness. I mean, we can create a new English term. はい。But yes, again, ごきげんよう is a 役割語. ごきげんよう is a 役割語 that is used by usually お嬢様 characters or maid characters like myself. So it's not necessarily a term that is used in real life. What about maid? I don't know. It's not bad, but it's okay. Your ってことは相手の肩書きとかの立場に対して言ってるだとしたら日本の敬語に雰囲気すごく近いのかも。あ、そうですね。確かにね。確かに。そこまで考えたことなかったかも、私。So, I switched to the Japanese phone keyboard and I'm incredibly slow at it, so some questions are hard. Oh yeah, Japanese keyboards are just that way. I see koto used in a lot of sentences paired with words. What does it mean? So, hey, got her to laugh. Good job. Okay, let's talk about koto. Koto はどういう意味ですか? Koto means a thing, but depending on the context, it changes what it means, or the way that you can use it changes. You can pair a verb and koto to make it into an object. Where's the... Okay. Why is it always all caps? Okay. So koto means a thing on its own, but you can also incorporate or like add koto onto a verb to make it into the object. When I say object here, I'm not talking about like objects, like tangible objects, but I'm talking about the middle part of the sentence where you explain extra stuff, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? For example, I like to do a certain verb. Can anybody tell me what you like to do in English? はい、英語で教えて。What do you like to do? Action, not like objects. I like chocolate doesn't work here. お寿司を食べる。もう英語って言ったでしょ sleep それだとね、正解になっちゃうの。だからね、sleep cook. Maybe, let's use sleep for now. Eat pie. Oh yeah, you definitely would like it to eat pie, wouldn't you? Sleep. Sleep is 寝る。You know, in this sentence that we're trying to make, I like to sleep. The action word, or the verb, I guess, would be like. Like in Japanese isn't technically a verb, it is an adjective, but we're gonna ignore that. Basically, the idea is that like is going to be at the very end of the sentence. 私は好きです。I like. And then the middle part is where sleep is supposed to get into, you know? But then, as you know, 寝る sleep. 寝る to sleep. 寝る sleep is a verb. When there's a verb, verbs usually only come at the end of the sentence. And so how are you supposed to make that fit into the middle part? That is when koto becomes handy. You use the dictionary form or the original form of the verb. You add koto, and then you would add a particle. In this case, it will be ga. And then you'll have the sentence, I like to sleep. Repeat after me, everybody. 私は寝ることが好きです。Okay. I hope that you actually said it out loud. Let's say it again. Repeat after me. 私は寝ることが好きです。いたI hope you said it. はい、ちゃんと言いましたわね。Okay. お布団から出られません。わかる？私はお布団と結婚するってね。ということで、So yeah, ハッキーさん says お寿司を食べることが好きです。She likes to eat sushi, right? And then, Gleipner san likes to cook. To cook is 料理。料理。料理 is a noun, so you have to add をする in order to make the verb to cook. So, I'm going to ask you a question, everybody. Chat. How are you supposed to say, I like to cook? Put it on the chat, everybody. Take your time. Don't look at the chat really yet, so that you don't get any, spoilers or answers. Try to make the sentence by yourself and then put it on the chat. How do you say, I like to cook in Japanese? はい。I like to cook は日本語でどう言うでしょうか？コメント欄に書いてください。Oh, now I understand why Duolingo makes me write it that way. Good. やったね。Okay, I'm gonna wait. ちゃんと書いてる？皆様。料理 to twirl-san. You're not... I don't want to say wrong, but I think you can do better. Okay, 料理をする is the verb here. I know it's pretty long, but 料理をする is a verb. It's a long verb. Think about what our previous sentence was. 寝ることが好きです right? I should keep that up. I'll put it up. 寝ること私は寝ることが好きです I'm gonna write it in hiragana. Okay, that was the sentence that we had. I like to sleep. Why is it in all caps? Sorry, I'm too lazy to correct it. I like to sleep was 私は寝ることが好きです。Let's try to use こと。Yes! You did it, everybody! そうです。私は You don't have to put 私は But yeah. 私は料理をすることが好きです。You did it! Yay! You are correct. So you can add こと after a verb. I know. It took me 4 years to type that. 4 years. That was a very long 4 years, wasn't it? But yes. Don't get deceived. Some verbs are extremely long, especially the group 3 ones. Especially the ones that you just have to add osuru on it. It just tends to be long. So don't get deceived by how long the verb is. You add koto to the dictionary form verb and then add things at the end. I have to practice on my phone more. Yeah, but the practice makes perfect, right? So okay, does that make sense? Some of you said it, but 料理をすることが好きです。You can substitute こと with のが。こと can be substituted with の。You actually can't just add が right after it. You have to add の。料理をするのが好きです。私は寝るのが好きです。こと and の can mean the same thing. But you still need the particle. No is the particle. Is there a difference between 料理をすること and 料理をするの? Not really. But, well, there isn't necessarily a difference in meaning, but I guess there can be. 料理を Well, there isn't a difference in meaning. It's just that こと means thing and no is, a particle. That's the only difference here. But either way, this is how you can change a verb into the object or the middle part of the sentence. Okay. Any additional questions on this matter? これについてもっと質問ありますか? What did you talk about the anime North panel? Oh, it was VTuber 10, like VTubing 101. What is VTubing was the topic. It wasn't anything about Japanese, but it was fun. Oh yeah, it was a panel on like how to. Well, it wasn't like how to start VTubing, but like what VTubing is, like what VTubers are. What like a brief history of it, how to become one, like resources, Q&A sessions. That was the topic. It was fun. It was super fun. Thanks for asking. You know, I would like to be in other conventions. That was the first time that I've ever been in any events or conventions. I was like, wow. そう、昨日のね、イベントはね、Vtuber とは何たるかっていうテーマでね、お話をいたしました。はい。Okay, any other questions? I wish I could have seen it. I know, well, you have to be in Canada for it. Well, if there's any, like, you know, conventions in the country or areas that you reside in, you can give them a you can be like, hey, you can like email the staff-san and be like, hey, there's this interesting VTuber called Mizuki Meido. She teaches Japanese. She might be able to give us a brief introduction to how to start learning Japanese. I'll do it for free. I'll be happy if you appear at my country's AFA Anime Festival Asia. I would love to. How do you do the kanji thing? In Japanese, on Japanese keyboard, it's a default setting. You type in like certain emotions and it will bring up kanji. You connected live, right? Yes, I did connect live. そう、日本のイベントって結構でかいですからね。なかなかね、でも日本でもイベント出てみたいなと思ったりはしました。でも日本のイベントってね、お歌を歌える方がやっぱり出るイメージ。Can't do it with Windows? I'm pretty sure you can. Like, I'm on a Windows computer. I'm gonna type in kaomoji. If I type in kaomoji, it gives me a lot of different options. Like, you know how you type in certain words and then it gives you a certain emoji, right? Just like that. If I put in naku, cry, I get this. If I type in miku, I get this. Nobody uses kanmojis anymore though. Why is it reversed? なんでリバースになってた。そう。Open parent, eye, mouth, other eye, closed parent, yes. Basically. Okay, any other questions? If not, I guess it's going to be time for me to go. But if there's any more, I will answer. How do you do the repeater symbol? Repeater symbol? Oh, you mean like the kanji? Like tokidoki? I actually don't know how to do that. I just type in the word instead of the kanji. That's another thing about kanji. If any of you are learning kanji, make sure that you memorize the words, not the kanji, because that's the only way that you can get it on keyboard. So, I had sentences, but they're too hard to type on here. So yeah, if you're talking about like this kanji on the right, you just want to make sure that you type in the word, not the kanji itself. So, 同じで出てくんのこれ。I didn't know that I can get it with 同じ。あ、本当だ、同じで出てきた。ウケるとかした。So, well, Haki-san is correct. I guess you type in 同じ and it will bring you up this kanji. この漢字ね、日本にしかない漢字らしいですわよ。So this kanji doesn't have a reading on its own. So これは載ってないです。This kanji isn't even on kanji dictionary. So そうです。この漢字ね、漢字辞典とかにも載ってないんですって。ね。そう。Oh, thank you. There was a word that didn't do it automatically. Really? What? Oh, Oh, Edward-san, hi! I loved Anime North panel yesterday. It was a Luffy. What does a Luffy mean? Oh, you're the Luffy! You're the Luffy! Hi, you're the Luffy! そう、昨日のね、パネルね、昨日のイベントで、なんか我々がアニメーションとして作られたんじゃなくて、リアルタイムでちゃんとお話ししてるんですわよっていうのをね、証明しようと思って、会場にね、ルフィのコスプレしてる方がいらっしゃって、ほら、私とも生放送ですわよ。ほら、そこルフィいるでしょみたいな私が言ったの。So yesterday at Anime North, there were a few people who didn't know what VTubers are. So in order to prove that we are not pre-recorded anime characters, I was like, we have to figure out a way that we can prove it. And so I was like, hey, we see that there's Luffy cosplayers here. You looked really good as a Luffy. そう、漢字じゃなくて記号の一種なんだそうです。記号なんだ。なんか郵便とかなんか地図記号とかと同じ系統ってこと？私も知らなかった。ってことでね。Anyways, thank you again for asking. That is for this kanji. Apparently this isn't even a kanji. This is apparently like a symbol. Who knew, right? Okay. Any other questions? 他に質問ある方いらっしゃいますか？ If not, allow me to tell you what's gonna happen in this upcoming week. なんかなかったら今週のスケジュールを発表していきます。出ます。Maybe I shall do that. ね、気のせいじゃないですよね。今日めちゃくちゃ人少なくね？ Is it just me or are there like really few people here today? Is everybody else getting tired of me? I want to read light novels in Japanese, but whenever I try, it takes me a lot of time to read the sentences. Yeah, light novels are actually pretty advanced in level. I would personally do recommend like starting with manga, like easy manga. Kana? Well, allow me to update you on my schedule for this week. Because as you know, I usually don't like really post schedules anymore. Because I don't really know if I can actually accomplish my schedules. Hey. Okay, so this week, tomorrow will be our last day playing Final Fantasy 4. ちなみに明日ね、FF4 最終日ですわよ、皆様。Can you believe that? Crazy. I usually get bored or tired at the very slow pace I go. Should I increase my vocabulary and grammar before attempting this again, or just power through it? I would say build up your vocabulary and grammar first. Kana? Almost finished already so fast. I mean, yeah, it's almost been like 2 hours. I know. But yes. One thing to keep in mind is that usually light novels are, the target audience for light novels are mid-school or high school students, and so you want to know that obviously like junior high schoolers, their vocabulary pool is quite big. 中学校1年生単語数 Let's look it up. 単語数出てくるかな？出てこないですわね。語彙力数。OK。全然簡単なのが出てこない。中学校1年生語彙数。中 中学生の日本語の語彙数 Okay, so apparently, junior high schoolers and Japanese native speakers, they know about 20,000 to 40,000 vocabulary words on average. So again, keep that in mind. Light novels are a lot harder than you think because of this. Well, Japanese as a language has a lot of vocabulary, most also because of onomatopoeias and stuff. We have so many of them. They're not even like hard words, it's just that there's so many of them. And so you obviously want to keep that in mind. If sometimes powering through certain things is a good idea, but only when the level is slightly above your vocabulary pool level, if that makes sense. For example, if you know about 3,000 Japanese words already, it might not be a great idea to just straight up go to a light novel and start learning from there, or trying to read. Like, you maybe want to again start from like something that even kindergartners can read. Like, don't even think that it's a bad thing. It's still a great resource. And again, that's why I say sometimes reading manga is a good idea, because again, a lot of manga that is so popular these days the target audience is kids. Again, like Naruto, One Piece is a great resource for that too. Even 6-year-olds would watch Naruto and One Piece and stuff. So again, keep that in mind. So, 2037 Japanese learning challenge. Here we go. I do wish that I could continue to do this until the year that I die. I don't know how many words I know. I'm going to start keeping track of it. Yeah. It can be a good idea if you're starting off, but yeah, just don't. Yeah. Japanese is it's a lot. Japanese is a lot. And so being interested in reading light novels is again great, but again, you always want to keep the target audience in mind, the age of the target audience in mind. Depending on the age of the target audience, the amount of vocabulary that you should know might really change. So sometimes you don't know something until you know you don't know you know. Yes, the muchi no chi ですね. What is muchi no chi in English? Muchi no chi. Socrates, knowledge of ignorance. Not knowing except the fact of my ignorance. Is this Socrates? It's Socrates, right? Knowledge of ignorance. Okay, anyways, update on my upcoming week. Tomorrow Final Fantasy 4 last day. ということで、明日 FF4 の最終日です。And then what I want to make sure that you know is Tuesday morning, 火曜日の朝、覚えておいてください。I'm gonna do another Japanese class. I will be teaching sentence structure and masu desu format. Remember how I did a series on hiragana last month? I'm gonna be doing that again. The idea is that the VOD will be up for 3 days. It will be a immersive class where you can kind of like come and ask questions and everything. I will update about the class on Twitter, but if you go to my my channel, you can see that the stream is already there. It's going to happen on Tuesday. Sorry, I have stuff tomorrow morning, so I won't be able to do tomorrow morning. But yeah, I took a day off on Tuesday. So it's going to happen Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. JST. 火曜日の朝9時に起こります。日本語教室です。文章ね。文章構成、構文やります。日本語の文章構成ね。やります。So yeah, keep that in mind. And then I haven't updated yet, but I'm gonna do another karaoke stream. The same day, lunchtime. で、喉が大丈夫だったらなんですけど、その日のお昼休みくらいのお時間に、歌枠します。It will be a Disney one. Disney karaoke stream. It will be in English. So. はい。ということでね、ディズニー歌枠をします。火曜日のお昼。And then I have a indie visual novel game, Japanese one that I really want to play. So that will happen Tuesday night and Wednesday night. で、どんだけするのって感じなんですけど、火曜日なんと配信3回やります。I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll be streaming 3 times on Tuesday, I guess. Yeah, let's just hope that my voice is not going to die. But yeah. インディビジュアルノベルゲームをね、やります。Did you get a noise complaint on the last karaoke stream? Not yet, but you know, you have to be really careful with Japanese people. They bottle things up again, remember? People don't say what they think. So, I mean, I did try to keep my voice as low as possible, like, and quiet. So hopefully. Right, and then next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, I will do another activity report for level 3 students for memberships only. で、なんですけど、木曜日ね、年始、レベル3の年始に入ってくださってる皆様、活動報告をします。It will be a place where I would talk to you about my activities in May and ask for your advices on what to do the upcoming months and like everything else. あと、そう、活動報告と、ちょっと皆様とちょっと相談させての回ね。するのでよろしくお願いします。So yeah, that's what's happening. So tomorrow, Final Fantasy. Tuesday, I am crazy 3 streams. Wednesday, game. Thursday, membership only. Any questions? で、明日 FF 火曜日配信3回で、水曜日普通にゲーム配信で、木曜日が活動報告です。何かご質問は。And then again, remember, in a little bit, in next week, well, June 6th. June 6th is my birthday stream. I have a few things to update you on. So make sure you come. はい、ということで。So, at least now I don't worry much about bot disappearing. Well, yeah. This one, the Disney karaoke, the bot won't disappear. Sometimes the bots will disappear. So, hi, so many streams. Take care of your health sensor. Thank you. I'll try. It's so hard trying to not try, like, you know. Anyways, thank you so much for being here, everybody. That will be it for today. I hope next follow-up stream there will be more people that joins. We'll see. I mean, it's always a thing. Like the more like the more time goes, the less people join. Like it's always a thing, so it's okay. It's really hard to keep you know, motivation especially when it comes to studies. So nobody's fault. Not my fault. I know that I'm still interesting. I hope I am. はい、ということでね。This is a great stream, 先生. I enjoyed it. Thank you. おやすみ先生。皆様も。Okay, let me say goodnight to all of you. 皆様におやすみ言わせてください。ハッキーさんありがとうございました。Absent Quarter さんおやすみなさい。Mr. Z or Dr. Pi? Was it Dr. Pi? What's your like full name? Oh, it is Dr. Pi. Dr. Pi, good night. ありがとうございました。では皆さんもごきげんよう。グリフネさん、thank you so much. You are really doing amazing. Don't forget that, okay? Ludwig さんもごきげんよう。You're doing so great too. Thunderfield さんもまたね。おやすみなさい。おやすみなさい。Okay. Anybody else? 他にいらっしゃいますかね。Okay, I waited 10 seconds. So, I guess I'll go. あ、セラさん。ね、セラさんもずっとありがとうございました。本当に助かります、いつも。誰かが言ってくださるっていうのはね、ありがたいことだから。では皆様おやすみなさいませ。Well, that'll be it for today. Good night, everybody. And I'll see you again tomorrow. また明日おやすみなさい。バイバイ。ごきげんよう。